I have no idea why.
Into the wonderful.
Hello everybody, it's been a while since we've spoken. I have been busy riding and not doing very exciting rides, just keeping riding and enjoying myself, so I haven't really uploaded anything until now. So today is a bit of an interesting day. I'm going to be talking about Tony. Tony is my K100 Café Racer that I rebuilt from a K100 last year. Had a lot of fun and really learned a lot about motorcycles and how to put them together, and he ran for a little while perfectly. I was really impressed with the suspension setup that I had. I was very impressed with the performance. Uncomfortable as hell, but that's a Cafe Racer. However, if you watch the channel, I never really got it to idle consistently perfectly, and I just felt like it needed to be tuned, that perhaps there was a vacuum leak somewhere, or the injectors that I had bought weren't up to spec, or just something wasn't quite right. And every now and again I would start him up, and then if I shut him down within like 10 or 15 seconds, I was unable to restart him. So something funny. And I was going to take him to a maintenance shop and say, hey, can you help me diagnose? I sort of don't know where to go from here as a layperson. And then when I was about to, one day I came and I turned on Tony and nothing happened. So it's a bit of a strange set of things that have happened. I'll show you. Let's have a look. Okay, so if I turn Tony on, okay, the display comes on just fine. The heated grips come on just fine. So there's things that appear to be fine. However, the horn doesn't work. The lights don't appear to work at all. And when I press the starter, I hear the fuel pump. The fuel pump turns on. And interestingly enough, I think the fuel pump is supposed to turn on when you turn the ignition to pressurize, not when you hit this. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But the starter doesn't kick off. So you think, okay, well, you've got a problem with your starter. And that might be true, but then what about the electrics? And to make matters even more puzzling, I do have a rear light. It is working. And it does work with the brake. And I do have a tail light. But the indicators don't work. So nothing on the indicators at all. So it's a bit of a strange mixture of things that have gone wrong, and don't really understand. So obviously I went through all the fuses, and all the fuses are fine. So the only thing I can think of is that somewhere there is a short in the wiring that has knocked out a few systems, and I just have to go through them one by one and diagnose and see. So, but what I will do is I will start with the starter. So I'm going to just try and see if the starter works just, hot off a battery. And if it doesn't work, then I know the starter's gone. And then that's potentially the reason for the bike not starting. But it doesn't answer the lack of indicators and such. So there's something more at play here. And I'm going to try and figure it out, because it's been sitting for 6 months and I've missed riding the bike like you can't believe. And I've just been so busy with my other bikes and with my other adventures that he's just sat here and I haven't really got back to him. Something else that's happened which has made it harder is my lift no longer lifts. I don't know why. Doesn't matter how much time I pump it, it stays down low. So there's obviously a leak or something in the hydraulics. And so I haven't been able to lift the bike, which has kind of made me like, procrastinate basically. But no more. I'll just have to tolerate it as it is. It's up, it's easy to work on, so it doesn't matter. What I did do is I did buy a little stool. This is cool. And it doubles up as a place to put stuff. And
Into the wonderful. Into the wonderful. Into.
okay, so it looks like the starter motor might be the issue. Let me show you what I've done. So I've hooked up to the battery the starter motor. There's the battery, and inside over here I've got one lead going to the positive of the starter motor and the other one going to the exterior bolt, which is the negative. And when I touch them, I hear a clicking noise and then nothing more. So either this battery is, I'll just put a bigger battery on as well and try that, but it sounds like the starter motor is not coming on. See if you can hear it. Hear that click? Okay, same story. I hear a clicking noise only. So it's not the battery, because that's the second battery, and that's the battery that's been on the trickle charge. So looks like the starter motor is dead. I'm going to take it out completely and then try this again and just make 100% sure.
Wonderful. Into the wonderful.
Nope, I can't even get a click out of it. Nothing. Right, so here is the starter motor as I've disassembled this. I think the problem is quite obvious. If you have a close look here, I'll just try and get it to focus. If you look at the brushes, that brush looks okay. That brush looks absolutely stuffed. It's worn away quite significantly. I'll check the pictures from when I installed it, but obviously it wasn't quite perfectly in a line, and it's nibbled away at this one. When I put the actual starter internals, whatever you call it, through the middle, it touches quite clearly and pushes this brush back, but it kind of doesn't touch this brush. So there's like a millimeter gap. So clearly it's worn itself away over time, and it might just need a repair kit. You can buy these things for $20 on AliExpress or eBay. But I'm going to go ahead and buy a new one anyway, because I'd rather just eliminate all the variables. But interesting. Yep.
Into the wonderful. Into the wonderful.
Okay, it started. I have no idea why. I put it on an oil in each cylinder. I think it was compression. Amazing.
Tony's big day. I have put him back together, put everything back together as best I can, and we're going to take him for a spin. First time in 6 months. Possibly more. More. I think November. My new airbag vest, which I am going to do a separate video on. Come on, go green. There we go. Armed and ready to go. It's a Tech Air 5 from Alpine Stars, and I've got a airbag ready jacket as well. Can't take enough precautions. Okay, it's gonna be fun. A long time since I've ridden towed home. I'll wear it.
To the wonderful. Into the wonderful. Into the wonderful.
Okay, just want to prove how she starts now on a ticky. Okay, I haven't got the primer on, so it'll be interesting to see. That would be stupid. Go into neutral, you idiot. Hardly it. 9.
Into the wonderful. Into the wonderful.
There we go. Well done, boy. Well done, you. 40 years old and giving me lots of pleasure. Okay, then I have to reattach. I forgot to do that. Alrighty, we are off.
Into the wonderful. Into the wonderful. Into the wonderful. Into the wonderful. Into the wonderful.